Darlings, how are you guys doing this fine Sunday? Oh, so much has gone on in the last 24 hours, including that of the current sitting president of the United States of America, Joseph Biden, having decided to not seek re election for the highest office of the land, that is the presidency of the United States of America. And he has formally endorsed his current vice president, Kamala Harris, for the position of the official nominee, the Democratic nominee for the presidential race this November 2024. Uh, was it like a stunning decision, or was it just like a matter of days before we were finally, with grim finality, apprised that indeed Joseph Biden will no longer seek re-election for the highest office in all of the United States of America. It's I think it's not a secret that the current political climate in the United States, whether you're a Republican, a moderate, a Democrat, a what is the other one, libertarian, progressive, whatever have you, it is so contentious, so divisive, now more than ever. And I am like, I don't know if I'm confused. I'm more like cautiously optimistic, cautiously, as to what this new development will bring, right, for each and every one of us. Because obviously, it's no joke to be the president of the United States, and it's a lot of power. It's the kind of power that just like only a handful of mortals get to wield. And I mean, yeah, I mean, some people never leave it, aka dictators. But then again, thankfully, we live in a democratic country. I hope, though, that all of us voters, whether we choose to vote one way or another, one side of the aisle or the next, or whatever it is that you feel um, in your heart to select at the voting places, I hope that we all um, make our decisions based on what would truly be helping move us all together forward versus what would be um, just a popular vote to do. You know, I mean, there's like people that like vote because the name is popular, or like people that vote and feel like, well, it's a losing battle anyway, you know? I personally vote for whom it is I feel will best usher us forward. Um, but yeah, there's just so many thoughts that are like playing in my head, and I'm like, ooh, yeah. I mean, of course, there's a semblance of embarrassment, right, for President Biden and his team, his family, perhaps, but it's inevitable. It was pretty clear that um, cognitively he was starting to show, unfortunately, his age. And not everybody ages in the same way. Like Betty White, she was sharp as a whip. at the age that Biden is now, and I believe what Betty White lived to what 100 or 99, something like that, and she was always so sharp. But again, everybody is different, and having had that pressure, the kind of pressure that only presidents and or ex-presidents would know, it's who it takes all kinds of willpower out of you and energy. And I mean, I don't want to be president. Oh my lord. Anyway, so as CNN reports, President Joe Biden has announced his decision not to seek re-election and endorsed his current VP, Kamala Harris, as his party's new nominee. Unfortunately for Biden, he failed to convince prominent members of his own party that he is a strong contender to win against former President Donald J. Trump in November. This also follows his much panned performance during the June presidential debate. Of course, Trump wasn't going to let this opportunity slide because, aside from 50 Cent, Trump is also an eternal troll. He described Biden as, quote, the worst president by far in the history of our country, unquote. So some of Biden's fellow Democrats endorsed Kamala Harris um, almost, well, I wouldn't say like immediately, but nearly so. As soon as she was publicly endorsed by the sitting president after the announcement, such as Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts. As Senator Warren states, quote, Joe Biden's presidency has been transformation. He accomplished more in the past 4 years to bring back jobs, stand up to big corporations, and build an economy that works for all of us than we have been able to get done in the last 40, unquote. She further stated that, quote, she endorses Kamala Harris for president. She's a proven fighter who has been a national leader in safeguarding consumers and protecting access to abortion. As a former prosecutor, she can press a forceful case against allowing Donald Trump to regain the White House. We have many talented people in our party, but VP Harris is the person who was chosen by the voters to succeed Biden if needed. She can unite our party, take on Trump, and win in November, unquote. And some of the other lawmakers who've issued statements post Biden's re-election exit are as follows. New Hampshire Democrat Senator Jean Shaheen in a statement said that, quote, Biden has been one of America's most accomplished and consequential presidents, unquote. Colorado Democratic Rep Jason Crow, who per CNN had previously had a tense exchange with the president on a call with House Democrats last weekend, also praised the president for dropping out and always putting the country first. Senator Gary Peters, the chair of Senate Democrats' campaign arm, said on X, formerly Twitter, that Biden's, quote, life has been dedicated to our nation. There is no greater dedication a leader can make than sacrifice. Today, Joe and Jill Biden put America first, unquote. And besides Elizabeth Warren's public endorsement, Senator Tim Kaine of Virginia also endorsed Kamala Harris and in a statement said that, quote, he is looking forward to working with my friend Kamala Harris and a great ticket mate to keep Virginia blue so that we can continue to build on our progress. Previously, Kaine was Hillary Clinton's running mate in 2016. Now, the Congressional Black Caucus PAC has also endorsed Harris as well as Nancy Pelosi. Of course, this news has international politics on alert, as well as reverberations having already been felt across foreign leaders and the potential path forward for America's role in politics outside of its own borders. As far as the big money donors, will they now have to step up or continue to withhold their donations? As the current war chest, aka campaign funds, was at $240 million at the end of June. Now, is that enough to bring the embattled Democrats to secure the presidential race and become victors? That remains to be seen. And what would this now new reinvigorated, I want to say, but I also want to consciously use that term, reinvigorated team of Democrats, what would they now be working to secure? Well, they should be working to secure, obviously, people's votes, right? But what would the path forward look for them now that they have to scramble, now that they have lost this much ground? And where are we now? So let's just not count July because July is almost over. We've only got what, 10 days left in July. So let's just say August, September, October, November. You've got 4 months. It's not even 4 months. Let's just say 3 months. Because what, November 4th is the election. So really, you've got 3 months. In the 3 months' time, every boot has to be on the ground. Everybody has to be running like, you know, a tornado at this point, I would think. And I wouldn't want to be in like their team because it would be like, geez, like you'd be unable to probably pee because you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to miss this one or I don't want to miss that one. It's like, wow. And also, I'm sure that this, like, the plan for Biden to step aside has been kind of murmured about, whispered about um, in the halls of the White House and beyond, right? But I'm wondering though, and I'm curious who they may have selected to be the vice president to Kamala Harris. Although I have to go back to what CNN had said. Let's see, what is the name of that senator? Um, what is the name of the senator who was yes, Tim Kaine of Virginia, who said that he endorsed Harris and that looking forward to working with her and that she is a great ticket mate to keep Virginia blue. So does that mean a great ticket mate? They have made the decision to actually tap him in as the potential nominee for vice president, the Democratic nominee for vice president? Question mark. Huh. Interesting. Hmm. I mean, look, lots of research to do, lots more to do. There's always going to be lots more to do. But again, I'm cautiously optimistic. And I really hope that people vote um, for what they think is going to move us forward together as a nation versus what would um, just be a popular vote or what would be a divisive vote or just what would be like, I'm just going to vote because it's not going to count anyway. Vote, you know? Every vote counts. And sometimes we don't always get um, the results that we want. But for myself, I like to vote with all the information I have researched that I could find. And I don't usually just like think, okay, because I feel more um, like a leaning toward one party line or the other. I have to be, I try to really be thorough in my research before, I vote for anybody, for any candidate, because I feel like that is also a part of our responsibility, not just to ourselves, to our families, but for our community and our country at large, right? So, yeah, everybody, please just do your research, um, Vote for the person you think would be the best candidate to run this country. And please do your research thoroughly, please. And hopefully, you do vote. I mean, I know a lot of people can get very outspoken, but they don't actually vote. But hopefully, hopefully, everybody does who are able to vote does vote for the candidate they feel is the best candidate for them, for, that would embody what they would want to see in the next 4 years and beyond. Okay, darlings, that is all we have for today. I shall see you all, darlings, later. To live for now. Oh, and also, darlings, we have 165 so far. We are 35 subscribers away from my goal of 200 subscribers. We are almost there, darlings. I'm so excited. Thank you to the current subscribers who've been with me as the little boutique YouTube channel of mine has grown. And those new ones, I am also thankful for you and your support. So thank you again for that. And darlings, remember, you're all kinds of fabulous. So don't let anybody tell you otherwise because duh, what else are you going to do? Be your fabulous self. And try to leave grace for others. And also remember to always journey in gratitude. I shall see you all fabulous people later. To live now.